I came home from work to find my stuff in garbage bags on the lawn. My mom was standing there with. Well, I guess I should start with some background. I lost my welding job about 5 months ago when the company downsized. Best job I ever had, honestly. Worked there for 7 years, made decent money, had my own apartment. Everything was good until it wasn't. When I got laid off, I couldn't find anything that paid nearly as well. And after 2 months of searching, I had to give up my apartment. My parents said I could stay in their finished basement until I got back on my feet. My mom and I agreed to pay $400 a month, all I could afford with my crappy new job at the hardware store. Not ideal, but it was supposed to be temporary. Fast forward to yesterday. I finally landed a decent welding gig after sending out like a $100 applications. Was supposed to start next Monday. Things were looking up. I even told my mom about it over breakfast before heading to what was going to be my last day at the hardware store. Pulled into our neighborhood around PM, tired AF, but feeling good about finally getting my life back on track. As I turned onto our street, I noticed a small crowd on our front lawn. Weird. Then I saw all these black garbage bags scattered across the grass, like a lot of them. My brain didn't process what was happening at first. I parked across the street, confused, and that's when I saw my mom standing there with her phone out recording. Sister Amanda, 26, was next to her, also holding up her phone. My brother Kevin, 31, was pacing around looking all amped up. Dad was standing on the porch with his arms crossed. I got out of my car and walked over. That's when I realized all those bags were my stuff. Everything I owned just thrown out on the lawn like trash. Some bags had broken open, and my clothes were spilling out onto the wet grass. My gaming monitor was leaning against a tree without any protection. Mom saw me and literally started narrating to her phone, saying I was 29 years old, living in her basement like a parasite. And it was time for me to get out now. She was putting on this weird performance voice like she was making some kind of intervention video. My brother Kevin actually kicked one of my bags when he saw me and was like, "Finally, the family loser's gone." My sister was worse. She was literally live streaming. She was literally live streaming to her followers. She has this makeup channel thing with like 20K followers saying, "Y'all are watching my loser brother get what he deserves. He owes mom $8,000 in back rent. $8,000, we agreed on $400 a month. I've been there $5 months. That's $2,000 max. And I've paid at least $1,800 of it. I was literally only behind by $200 because I was waiting for my last paycheck. I tried to ask what was happening, but my dad stormed down from the porch and threw my car keys at my face. They had their own copy for emergencies. They hit me right in the cheek. He said I wasn't their son anymore. That real men don't mooch off their parents at my age. Then he told me if I wasn't gone in $30 minutes, he'd call the cops and say I was trespassing. Crazy thing is our neighbors were out on their porches watching this whole thing. Some were recording on their phones. Mrs. Lanson from next door actually shouted that it was about time. They were tired of seeing my beat-up car lower their property values. It's a 29 Civic that runs perfectly fine, just has some scratches and a dent in the passenger door from when someone hit me in a parking lot last year. I was in shock, like completely blindsided. Last night, everything seemed normal. Even watched a basketball game together. This morning, mom made me breakfast and now this. Later, I found out what happened. My sister went through my stuff while I was at work, WTF, and found a letter from my new job with the salary